can we find out about balance patch? Huh? Nothing about balance patch. Wait. Summoner's War balance patch. Oh! ACOG saying something. I might have to quit for a while. Huh, most important balance patch prediction about by ACOG. Wait, nobody else talks about balance patches like prediction? Guthrie Games, this is 3 months ago. Bigamon, this is like 1 month ago. Shombi, 2 months, 1 month. Hey? Okay, how about Summoner's War, buffs and nerfs? Magic Monster Mastery. Bigamon said something about buff or nerf poll results. It's a poll? Huh? Nothing else? Oh, Shombi was in LA. Shombi is in LA. Shombi's not gonna make any video about this, right? Shombi is attending the America Summit. Dofla Games? I know Dofla Games made about something, made about this balance patch thing. Eh? How is Dofla Games and then it comes out Guthrie Games? Ah, Dofla. Eh? Nothing about. Oh, there you go. Buff, please. Buff who? Buff Celia? Ali, Net 5 that need a buff next balance pack. Huh. So not a lot of people talk about balance patch. I mean, ACOX probably said he'll quit if Comdust doesn't nerf Heigang. Maybe because he put Heigang. I assume he put Heigang there on the thumbnail because he wants Comdust to nerf Heigang probably. Dofla wants to buff Celia. I wonder if Dofla is gonna quit if Comdust doesn't buff Celia. Probably not, right? And Bigamon just make a poll about buffs and nerfs. Okay, I guess. So, what are my prediction of a balance patch? Let me see. Okay, everybody seems to be thinking Come To Us might nerf. I mean, Heigang for one. For one, Heigang. I mean, probably in the higher rank, like in Guardians, G3 and above. This is very annoying. But I mean, it's okay. I hate this Heigang. But in C3, in Conqueror, I mean, I'm a Conqueror rank player, so he's okay, I guess. I hate him because I play a lot of strippers. Strippers and then CC, of course, this is like he got the passive thingy. That's very good against my usual team, but maybe he'll get a small nerf. I don't want Come To Us to nerf this guy and make him like useless. Okay? It's okay. In my opinion, nerf him a little bit. That's it. People also say this might get a nerf. Probably for Siege. I think Siege or maybe Arena Defense. And I don't do those two, so I don't care about this that much. Nerf or not nerf, doesn't matter to me that much, I think. Okay? Gapsu, another Dokebi lot. That's like very good in high rank RTA because of the passive. But this, I feel like Gapsu is a free to play. If it's a free to play monsters, why would you want to nerf a free to play monsters where everybody has? You can just pick him if you don't want to fight against him, right? So, is it a big problem? I don't know. It's like what do they call gap doll or something like Gapsu and Ragdoll. Okay, if you have Gapsu and Ragdoll, probably you'll be very strong. Everybody has Gapsu, but not a whole lot of people have Ragdoll. Okay, so maybe that's the point. Gap doll, right? Gapsu Ragdoll combo is deadly because it will give a lot of attack bar to the team, and also Gapsu will gain a lot of attack bar when you fight against those opponent that has heals. Well, just don't bring heals against Gapsu. Problem solved, right? In addition, I mean, it recovers hit points of allies. Just he doesn't gain attack bar if you don't heal, so just don't be healer. I don't know. Okay, so my bold predictions. Now, my prediction for the balance patch. I don't see nerfs. Maybe small nerfs, but I hope I don't see nerfs. Okay, I don't really like nerfs unless the unit is like really broken. Like when you choose him, you'll definitely win. That's broken. If you choose him and there's no guarantee that you win, then it's not broken. Or if you win, I don't know. I don't really know. Okay. But I feel like you can play around Hey Gang in Conqueror rank. Higher rank, I don't know. Okay, I'm not a high rank player. Maybe nerf Hey Gang, but how do you nerf Hey Gang to make him less useful but not entirely useless? Let me see. Hey Gang, probably probably the passive. Attack by increase, lower a bit, 15%, maybe. Or take away this. When enemies remove beneficial effect of all harmful effects on the ally will be removed. Beneficial effect will be removed, and the attack bar will be increased by 20%. Maybe just take away either the remove debuff or take away the attack bar increase from those that ally. Maybe. This is in additional or not. When the enemies or allies remove harmful effects, the attack bar of all allies will be increased by 20. And then when enemy remove beneficial effect of allies or harmful effects on the ally with the okay. So they should take away some of this passive. That's it. Easily done to nerf this because it's too powerful, right? Take some of the passive away. Take one. If it's still too powerful, if you still need enough, then in the next balance patch, take another thing away or something, or reduce the attack bar increase or something. Like, I guess that's how you nerf him. Byung-Chul, maybe nerf his reduced damage. The passive against, I think the passive is what makes him strong. Your attacks will always land a script. Don't take that away, of course. In addition, the damage taken decrease according to your current hit points. Maybe they can adjust this, right? The damage taken decrease, they could adjust this like it didn't decrease by a lot or something. They decreased the decrease. They decreased the decrease. God dang it. You know what I mean, right? Because the more HP that you have, the less damage you take. So just take it, reduce it, and the damage still. Just do something about this thingy, right? The damage taken decreases according to your current hit points. Change that so that you take more damage instead of let's say this. If he has full hit points, he take 10% less damage. Make it maybe 8% less damage or something. Something like that, okay? Just tweak the multiplier a bit, and you're good. Gapsu, I don't know, because he's free to play. He's free to play. I feel like if he got nerfed, everybody's like getting nerfed too. Nah, I don't think Gapsu will get a nerf. I don't know. I might be wrong. Okay. So how about buffs? I don't think I want to go into like specific units that I want to see buff, but recently we got the release of Challenge of Ascension, right? And everybody thinks, I mean, not everybody, I mean, it is a difficult PvE content, because Come To Us already said it's the hardest PvE content ever for Summoner's War, because it's for endgame player. But over time, I think Come To Us will probably nerf it so that at least newer player can still enjoy it. I mean, by newer, I mean those that play like a year or two into the games or something, that they might want to try it. Well, we'll talk about Challenge of Ascension in another video. I want to talk about that too, but we are talking about monster balance patch, right? Buffs and nerfs. So I think with the introduction of Challenge of Ascension, they might Come To Us might buffs units like 3-star or 4-star, especially light and dark, because not everybody has light and dark units, especially the LD5, to help out in the light and dark tower, right? So maybe they'll buff like the 3-star and 4-stars, at least the HOH units, to make them more useful in Challenge of Ascension. Make sense? I hope so. Right? There's like units, like these units, the family of this is like, nobody uses this. Buff him to make him more useful. Maybe this, I don't know. Penguin Knights, that's kind of nice. How about the last units like the Yetis, the Elementals, the Harpies, the Salamanders even. Buff them, make them do something that make them useful in Challenge of Ascension. That would be nice. Okay, so yeah, I would like to see that too. In terms of units, I want to see buff. I don't want to mention like those that people have mentioned. I mean, Come To Us knows what we really want, but Come To Us never wants to give those buffs to the units that really want to see get buff. So I expect Come To Us to do the same thing this time, not buffing those. So yeah, I expect Come To Us to ignore those units that needs buff, like Christina. I mean, Christina doesn't really need buff, right? The Bay, Akromas, Trinities. I mean, Trinity got buff. Jaeger, Nigong. I'm gonna name my LD5 Dark Bayek. There's a lot of Kashmir. I like Kashmir, the Wind Ryu, right? I like Kashmir, Wind Ryu, but people thinks he need buff. I mean, because he just do damage. A lot of other units also do damage, right? But I like him. I use him in Siege. The Witcher Assassin's Creed unit probably need buff. Witcher collab unit might get buff too. Of course. The Trisas could get buff. The Gerard, the Wind Gerard probably. The Siri, I like the water one. Yeah, the Siri maybe could need a buff. Yennefer could probably need a buff. A lot of units could need a buff. But again, knowing Come To Us, they're gonna buff something that are not expected, like something that doesn't really need a buff. Okay, they might do a random buff Triton, do a random buff Okeanos, do a random buff Tiana. Nah, I don't think they're gonna buff Tiana. They might like buff something totally unexpected, that doesn't really need a buff. And then they're gonna buff a random 4-star family. Oh, I wish they buffed this. They buffed the toys. That would be nice. I wish they buff a 4-star family that rarely use. I hope they buff. Nah. I hope they buff the pirate captains instead of course, galleon or frigate, right? These two. Buff these two, maybe. I mean, they've buffed them before. Who never got a buffs? Oh, I hope they buff these again. I mean, dots are slightly useful in Challenge of Ascension, but Comtours can make them better. I mean, this one is good. This one good, but not a lot of people use. Could be better. The other three. Hypno Meows. Not a lot of people use Hypno Meows. Sapsary could get a buff maybe? I mean, Cyborg just released. I don't think they're gonna buff. Cyborgs and Hackers probably they're not gonna get touched. The Hackers are pretty good. So buff 3-star, buff 2-star, whatever, just to be helpful in Challenge of Ascension. Comtours is gonna buff something totally unexpected. As usual, they're gonna ignore those stats people are crying to get buff. As usual. That's about it. What do I expect? I expect them to buff my Nigong. I expect them to buff my Dakbayek. I expect them to buff this guy, the guy that I just got, not the guy. Ariana, I hope they buff Ariana. I hope they are listening. Buff my LD5 please. What else? What my LD5 that needs a buff? Dakbayek. Gianna, please buff. Please make Gianna great again. Come to us. Come on. Make the bomb irresistible. That's basically it. Okay. Yeah. So guys, prepare for the unexpected. Yeah, for the next balance patch, which I think we could see the pre-notice at the end of this week. And then the balance patch will definitely be next week, before the end of the month. And together with that, we're gonna get the original design of the Witcher units. And I hope the Witcher units got buffed, of course, because they are awful. I mean, yeah, they're kind of awful. They could need a buff, okay? Some buff, not to be OP buff or something. Yeah, okay. So, what else am I saying? Just prepare for the expect the unexpected probably. I'm expecting the buff 3-star or 2-star units to be useful in the Challenge of Ascension. I expect them not to nerf a lot of those units that need to be nerfed. And I expect some buff to the Witcher units because they are releasing the original design of the Witcher units. They want people to want to summon them, so I expect them to be buffed. Okay, and probably the buffs. This balance patch is not gonna change the meta a lot. SWC qualifiers. No, they probably they're not gonna shake up the meta too much. It has been staying the same for the last 4 or 5 seasons. I don't know. Okay, guys, so don't take this video too seriously. Okay, but again, Witcher units probably gonna get buffed because of the new original designs are coming out with the balance patch. Some 3-stars, 2-stars hopefully get buffed to be useful, especially the light and dark one to be useful in the Challenge of Ascension. No huge nerfs. Some unexpected net 5 to be buffed. That's probably it. Okay, so that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. Bye.